Welcome back to Farm and Hammer, everyone. This video is going to be a little bit different, a little less cattle related. So if you're not into equipment or trucks, or especially old trucks, this video may not be for you. Anyway, as you guys know, I've got the green Dodge. That's my main feed truck. And then of course I use my dad's if I need to. That's another Ford, gas Ford. My Dodge is a diesel. Then we're actually getting an overhead bin to start feeding grain. And that's because the dairy barn, the loft we're putting all the feed in now, it's just getting a little dangerous and I'm tired of shoveling 18 tons of feed down a hole. So anyway, we've got an overhead bin on its way. Hopefully it's here in the next week or two. Problem is we need a cake feeder to use that overhead bin. The green Dodge, it's a short bed, so it doesn't have enough room for a cake feeder and hauling bales. My dad's truck, it does have a bigger bed on it, but we'd like to still have 2 bales on that one at all times. That's our main feed truck for the cows around here. So didn't want to put a cake feeder on that one. So I've been in the market for another cheap old feed truck, and it just so happens the neighbor listed one on Marketplace. I saw it like 5 minutes after it was posted, messaged her and said I'd come get it, and here she is. So this is a 1993 F350 XLT. This has got the 7.3 in it, non-turbo, so it's a little slow. But it'll pull anything you put behind it. And then the best part about this truck, it came with a hay bed. Hay bed works. I did have it worked on a little bit, so it runs a little better. But bed works great. It is an old bed, but it's not rusted out. It's solid. I've already sanded some of this down and taken a wire wheel to it. Because the plan today is to actually paint the bed, but I'll get to that in a little bit. More about the truck. The truck did run when I picked it up, but hardly. Basically, the owner had driven it down his driveway to get feed every day and maybe move some hay in the summer, and that was pretty much it. So it didn't get worked very hard in the last 15 years or so. It's not like it was a daily driver or anything, or hauling trailers. But here's the inside. Of course, I've already vacuumed it out and taken all the junk out. Tried to clean it up a little bit. Obviously, it needs quite a bit of interior work. Speedometer doesn't work. It's got 211,000 miles on it right now, which is not much for these engines. Cat's been in here. Yeah, I've already cleaned it up a little bit. It looked a lot worse when I first got it. It does have electric windows. They do work. Biggest problem in here is the door handles don't work on the inside, so you got to roll the window down and pop it that way. And then in terms of the engine and everything else, like I said, it's got the 7.3. When I bought it, it was pouring diesel out of the injectors. I mean, there was a puddle under the truck where he parked it every day. It was also shooting diesel into the oil. It was overheating when you drove it very long. It was smoking like a freight train when I drove it home. But yeah, overall, it just wasn't running great. And because of that, they basically sold me the truck for the price of the bed. So truck was almost free because it was kind of junk at the time. Anyway, I took this over to our neighbor. He does a little shade tree mechanicking for us, and him and his son got this running great. I think his son did most of the work. If I remember it, I think he's still in high school. So he's got one of these exact trucks. So he knew what he was doing. He did a good job. Got it running really great. Put a new starter in, new O-rings. They worked on the fuel pump. That was what was getting diesel in the oil. They did an oil change on it, changed some other fluids. It was overheating because this radiator was clogged with mud daubers. So they cleaned that out, and then he replaced one part on the bed. And now this thing runs great. I'll get it started for you. New glow plugs and a starter. It starts pretty good now. Yeah, there's a stick shift. 4-wheel drive does work. I'm not a good mechanic. I cannot diagnose anything, pretty much. So if someone can tell me what's wrong and tell me what parts to get, I can fix it. But figuring out what's wrong with it, not my area of expertise. But one thing I do like doing cosmetic work. So a few of the things I'm going to start working on this truck now that it's mechanically sound. New bench seat in here, hoping to put something leather in. It'd be great if I could get the speedometer working. I'm gonna get a new dash cover, if not a whole new dash, especially a new dash pad if I can find one. I need to get the radio working. The speakers are cracking, but nothing is coming out of them. Need a new radio. The heat works. AC, the compressor is gone, so it'll take a little work to get that back in. Obviously, since the handle's broken, I need a new mechanism in there, and I need a new handle. The handles broke off right there. This door panel is fine. I don't know if I like the red. I think I'm gonna try to go for a black or dark brown leather interior, so I may have to swap these out with something else or paint them. I'm not sure yet. That one does not even have an interior panel, so I'm gonna get one for that. I'm gonna be ripping out the headliner, putting a new one in. I think it's a little musty and gross smelling, not to mention falling off. That light works for some reason. And the big project on the inside, I've already ripped the flooring out just to look and see what was under there. And there is some pretty bad rust. So I'm gonna cut out this floor pan, weld a new one in, get new sound deadening put in, and then of course, either new carpet or some kind of rubber to go where that should be. But in terms of rust, the only rust it really has that will affect anything is right there in the floor pan. And then stuff I've got to work on the outside. Obviously this is not good. I've looked at buying a whole new fender. These are like 40-some bucks unpainted. Take the decal off, put the new fender on. Or since this truck was dirt cheap and I don't care that much about it, I can always Bondo and sand it out, make it look good. But I'd rather take care of all the rust if I plan on keeping this truck for quite a few years. Hood's been damaged, needs a new hood. I don't think that dent is coming out. Passenger side is actually in good shape on the fender. And then I've already ordered new wheels and tires. These are stock wheels. These tires are super old and dry rotted. So I got some wheels and a lot bigger tires because this thing, if we're feeding grain with it, every now and then it's gonna be muddy and I'd rather not get stuck. So I got the biggest off-road tires I possibly could. Those should be coming in a week or so, and I'll put those on. And then once all that is done, the plan is to put new mirrors on that you can actually see out of. These mirrors are horrible. And then I would really like to paint this whole truck a cherry red. I've never done an actual paint job before on a vehicle, so that'll be fun, and it's good to start on a vehicle I don't care too much about. So that's kind of the overall plan for this truck. It doesn't look pretty now. Hopefully it'll look okay by the time I'm done with it. I don't care too much about the looks, but it would be nice to have a nice interior and a decent looking exterior. Big thing is taking care of the rust so it doesn't get any worse. I have considered undercoating the frame, but I'm not sure if that is worth it at this point. But I might do that later. That's kind of one of the last things I'm concerned about right now. So since it's one of the last nice warm days of the year, it's in the mid-60s today. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 50 as a high, and it doesn't look any warmer in the 10-day forecast. So it's kind of the last day I've got to get this painted. Anyway, the big push today is to get the bed painted because with that overhead bin coming, I need to have the neighbor put the cake feeder on very soon. And even though this bed isn't rusted out, there is quite a bit of surface rust. Some tiny little holes up here. I just like to get this all coated before he puts the cake feeder up here. I've already taken a wire wheel to this whole bed. That was a couple days ago. Then I power washed it. I'm gonna get the air hose out and blow it off. Make sure there's no rust chunks that I missed or paint chunks that I missed. So for painting the bed, this is an old Bezeler bale bed, 3100 series. I've already sanded this top portion and wiped it down, and it's ready for paint. I've got some silver spray on. This is primer and paint. I'm hoping it sticks and does pretty well. Then I've also got a protective gloss to go over it. I think this silver will match, even if it's not an exact copy to what was on these old beds. Whatever. It'll look close enough. So this is going to be silver, and then if that works out, I'm going to clean up these arms, paint them silver as well. I'm not too concerned with overspray. I do have some paper I'm going to sort of cover some of this up with. Considering I am painting the bed right after this, if I do get a little paint on some of that, I'm not too worried about it. So of course this thing says to shake it for 2 minutes before use. Okay, we're gonna try it. If it works, great. If it looks horrible, that's fine too. Of course the wind is now picking up, but All right, there's coat number 1. It says to wait 1 minute in between coats. I've already waited well over a minute on this outside, so I'm gonna go ahead, give it a second coat. All right, so I put the clear coat on. Doesn't look great from up close. Still doesn't look too great from far away, but it does look better than it did before. That's gonna be the same case. That's gonna be the same thing with the actual bed here. It's not gonna look like a professional paint job, but you won't see any surface rust anymore. This is what I'm gonna try. This is tractor and equipment enamel. This is black with gloss. And then I've also got the hardener for it, just to make it a little more tough, hopefully. And it is supposed to make it a little more glossy. Anyway, I'm gonna mix up about a half a gallon of this. So this is 1 pint. You can put 1 whole pint with 1 gallon. I'm gonna mix up about half of this, try it out on the front first, make sure it's how I want it, and then I'll mix up the other half to finish up the bed. Once you add this and mix it, you're supposed to give it 15 minutes to sweat. So I'm gonna get that mixed up now, if I can find a big enough plastic container to mix it in. Because once you mix this into the paint, you're supposed to paint it all within 4 hours. I will say I'm not very well prepared to do this. Couldn't find the paint can opener. Didn't get a paint stick, so I just ripped a walnut branch off. Not too concerned about this being clean. This is going on a rusty old truck bed, and there's definitely going to be imperfections in it already, so it's not going to be a perfectly smooth paint job. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to pour about half of this out. Okay, that's about half. Here goes the hardener. Okay, that should be about half. Try to mix this up pretty good. And we'll give it 15 minutes to sweat. Okay, like I said, I'm going to start with the headache rack. It's been well over 15 minutes. And this has already been previously sanded down, and I've wiped it down, so it's ready for paint. Alright, top of the bed is done. It looks pretty good, actually, surprisingly. I was laying it on pretty thick. I'm probably going to do a second coat up here in the front where the cake feeder is going to go. We'll see how it looks when it dries. I'll probably end up doing a second coat over the whole thing, but it has been 3 days since I painted the truck bed. I finished just before dark, and it was a little too dark for the camera to pick it up very well. I checked it the next morning. Paint was still a little sticky. It got a little cool at night. 2 days later, it was completely dry. And here's what it looks like now. These turned out good. They look like an actual brand new bed. You guys already saw the silver. That didn't turn out great, but better than what it looked like before. And then in terms of the actual truck bed, obviously the bed isn't perfectly smooth because there were a lot of messed up parts from rust, but it did shine up pretty good. Especially along the edges, it looks really nice. You can see a couple little patches where I didn't get the paint as thick, but even those, they're completely covered and smooth. It's just, I was laying the paint on pretty thick everywhere else, and there are a couple spots I just missed. I thought about doing a second coat because I still have a half a gallon of paint left, but it was below freezing the next 2 days, and I was afraid it wouldn't dry right. Anyway, relatively happy with the bed. Sides turned out good. I've still got to get some reflectors to stick back on the side. This bottom part actually did turn out pretty nice. I'm pretty pleased with it. Like I said, really happy with how this looks. This part of the headache rack doesn't look that great, but the feed box is going to be sitting here, so you won't really see that anyway. Anyway, I'd say it turned out pretty good for $60 worth of paint and probably an hour and a half, 2 hours of actual painting. Once again, still have these arms to do. I did end up doing the back. That looks nice. I did down here. That looks nice. Really, all I've got left is to sand down the arms, get them cleaned up, and give them a fresh coat of paint. But I don't have time to get the arms painted now. I got to take the truck over to the neighbor's tonight. He's already got the feed box sitting there because the overhead bin is supposed to be here in 2 weeks. So I'd like to have the truck ready to go so we can test it out a couple days after the bin is installed. Anyway, the truck bed turned out okay. I'm pretty happy with it. Next time you see this truck, it'll have a feed box on it. The e-brake will actually work, so I'll be able to stop and open gates without rolling away. And maybe I might have some stuff ordered for the dash by then, but we'll see. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see y'all next time.